Hello and welcome. This is my sport fishing guide for freshwater. Just to get started, there are three different types of fishing and ashes of creation. There's the AFK fishing, which is simply just putting your rod into the water and catching fish. You can even walk away and it'll continue to go. And then there's sport fishing, which is actually a more interactive mini game that you have to pay attention to. Sport fishing is actually two parts. There's freshwater, which is in your lakes inside the land areas, and then there's also the ocean, which is saltwater. This is going to be a guide on freshwater, as the sport fishing it just came out a couple days ago, and I don't have a ship to show you how to do saltwater, so we're going to do that video later. It costs 25 gold, I believe, and I'm not there yet. So with the freshwater fishing, to get started, the first thing you're going to need is a rowboat. This rowboat will enable you to fish from it in the middle of the water. Otherwise, if you were just standing on the shore, you won't be able to participate. So you do need a rowboat to do this, and it is very simple. All you're going to do is just go ahead and chop down some trees. All right, and you'll just need 50 wood of any kind of wood to actually make the rowboat. Then head into your nearest town. For me, this one was Jova. I'm here in the center of town by the merchant. You're just going to go over to the sawmill. Ours is located right out here. Click on this and scroll all the way down on the left to ship components. In here are the parts to make the bigger ship that I will hopefully get to soon, but at the bottom is your rowboat. Simply just add your 50 wood once you have your 50 wood and create your rowboat. I believe it only takes a few seconds after crafting. Now you have your fancy rowboat in your inventory. Make sure to add it to your hotbar. Next, you're going to need a fishing pole. Just by doing the starter quest, you are going to be given a pretty decent fishing pole. It's going to be an uncommon green novice fishing pole with 165 durability. This is plenty to get started on. So feel free to just follow the main quest chain. By level, I think like 4 or 5, you're going to get this fishing pole. Feel free to use that. You can always buy a better fishing pole as you level up your fishing later. After the fishing pole, you are going to need chum. Freshwater and saltwater chum can be made at the cooking station. Our cooking station here in town from the sawmill is going to be right back here in this building, kind of kitty corner to where the sawmill is. So we'll go in here and you can make chum. To make chum, you just need regular fish. So if you go over here to food and scroll down to freshwater chum, you're going to see you need 50 unprocessed fish. So this is just your regular fish that you get from AFK fishing. You check out an AFK fishing guide if you don't know how to do that, but that's simply walk up to any freshwater and press your normal fishing button and kind of just AFK for a while till you get 50 fish. But once you do get the 50 fish, come back to the cooking station here and then go ahead and create your freshwater chum. Now the freshwater chum can be used by anyone at the lake. You're going to go out to the lake and look for the seagulls. If you see the seagulls flying, you're going to go ahead and chum the waters. However, anyone can chum the waters, and then everyone in the area can sport fish. It's not necessary that you need to be the one with chum, but someone has to chum the water, and then it'll be good for about 45 minutes to an hour. That area of the lake will be sport fishable by anyone. Once you get to the area with the seagulls flying around, then you know that this is the area where you could do sport fishing. Someone already chummed this water, but in order to get the fishing started, you go ahead and go to your inventory and click on your freshwater chum that you made. Right click it and it'll get this water ready to go for sport fishing. Someone just did that, so that's why you see that the fish are now biting above the top of the water here. It means it's ready to go for sport fishing. If you press the map, you can zoom in on this part right here, and it'll show you how much time is remaining for the fishing. So this has 56 minutes and 38 seconds remaining where we can do sport fishing. Get to your spot, anchor up, and then you can hop off your boat and start fishing. You're going to press the sport fishing button on your hotbar. If you don't have this, press K, go to skill book, and then click on your fishing tab. This will give you your sport fishing and regular fishing options to get fishing going. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on the sport fishing and choose where I want to throw the line. I don't believe it matters where you throw it in here as long as you're in the area. See, if I move my mouse too far, it won't let me go outside of the area. So go ahead and just throw it anywhere you want. And then it's going to start. It can take up to 2 minutes to actually catch a fish on your line, and then a little mini game will start. Alright, once you've hooked the fish, a little minigame will start, and icons will start popping up above the fish's head. You're going to match the icon that it's showing with the hotbar, the little minigame hotbar that you have above your player health. Basically, just continue to do this until you defeat the fish or tire it out completely, and then you'll be able to capture the fish. Alright, once you've exhausted it, tired it out enough, the fish will go ahead and lay in the water. If you get a critical, it may fly into the boat, but you're just going to simply go over to it and pick it up. There's the fish. I got a catfish. Woo! Common catfish. Once you select it, it's going to go on your back. You're going to start to move much slower once the crate is on your back. I believe 50% slower. So now that you're going to get the fish, you're going to take it to the harbor master to turn it in. For me, I'm right here next to Jova. The harbor master that's closest to me is all the way down here in Nuela, so I'm going to have to run from here to the harbor master with this crate on my back. You can also turn in to towns as long as the town is a settlement level 3 or higher. Then there's a cookhouse that can be upgraded, and the cookhouse, you can turn in the fish there as well. I'm going to run to the harbor.
One eternity later.
And once you make it to the harbor, you're going to bring the fish right to the sport fishing vendor and give it to him. Press F, not V, to drop the fishing crate. I'll tell you how much it's worth. So this catfish fry crate was worth 80 silver. That's this one right here. From the same vendor, you can also buy the lures. Depending on your fishing level is what type of lure you can purchase. If you hover over to show you the benefits that it gives, 5 sport fishing power, 5% sport fishing hook chance, and then the potential types of fish, walleye, tuna, fry, depending on if you're in freshwater or saltwater. The next level here is going to give you 40 sport fishing power, which also allowed me to catch the catfish that you just saw. I had this lure on. The lure is consumable, so once you catch the fish, no more lure. So you do have to buy a new lure each time. So I spent 19 silver on that. I'll go ahead and purchase that. There is tax, so it's 28 silver. Once you have the lure in your inventory, right-click it, and it'll go into your inventory. So now the next time I sport fish, I can catch a walleye, catfish, pike in freshwater, or in saltwater I can get tuna, sturgeon, or sailfish. And the potential fish sizes is just fry. Once I start leveling up to the higher level of fishing, then you're going to be able to get fry or medium, fry medium, fry medium titanic, fry medium titanic. So in order to get the biggest fish, you have to have this lure here, which costs 67 silver per lure. Well, thank you again for watching my guide. I hope you got some helpful information out of that. If you do have any questions, please leave comments at the bottom. I'll answer as many as I can with any new information I find on this endeavor as well. But I did want to leave you with one last tip and trick here. I was told, don't quote me because I don't have one yet, but I was told that if you get a mule, the mule can carry up to 2 crates, one by default and one additional one after some upgrades. Meaning you could have a fish on your back and 2 fish on your mule. So when you're taking that long eternity trip to the harbor to turn in your fish, you could actually bring 3 fish at a time, increasing your profits like crazy. So do check into that. I'll leave some updates and some notes in the comments there when I find out more information about that. But do check into that. If you have any other questions or concerns, please leave comments. And thank you again for watching my video. See you guys soon. Bye.